Buddy Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. And today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Four Knights of the Apocalypse chapter 197. But before we get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here, and this operation, well, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we covered in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a stacked spring anime season coming to a close, in which we covered Vigilante, Boku no Hero Academia Legals, Fire Force Season 3, and Witch Watch, and there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, oh my god, so last chapter we saw the continued shit stirring between Percival and Diodora, and god, I can't wait for this fight. It's gonna be epic. But also, like, I love how, like, we had the bickering going on between Gawain and Percival, and Tristan tried to calm things down, and they're just like, both Gawain and Percival are like, really? Really? You're trying to do this? But now, this could be interesting because now we got Grandpa here, Percival's grandpa here. It's obviously not his real grandpa, but still. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this week. See if Percival can be talked down or not. So let's get into this chapter. See what's in store for us today. And this chapter is titled Grandpa's Wish. Grandpa? Grandpa? Does he mean his own? But he said he lost him. My grandpa's dead. Who did this? Who among you ever wished to bring Grandpa back to Camelot? This is awful. See, I told you. I said that Percival was going to be mad. Because people don't like being emotionally manipulated like that. Chill out, Percival. Nobody here ever even knew your grandpa. Nah, I just took my spirit calling skills and made him visible with them. After this guy asked me to, you see. So, whoa! So this wasn't Camelot. Nah, this was Garrett. So, yep, it's me. Grandpa! Percival, what's wrong? So yeah, do I think this is still emotionally manipulating Percival to an extent? Part of me thinks it's somewhat, but it could have been worse. Anyways, I know you're not really my grandpa because I'm not really your grandson, right? I really should have never been born, huh? Aww, I love Gawain and Balin together. They're just cute. That's true. You're not a human being, and you certainly aren't connected with me by blood. But you're still my cute little grandson, you know, and not anything else either. After all, thanks to you, my life was fuller and more satisfying than it ever would have been otherwise. Really? Come on, would I lie about that? Really? 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 Aww. This is sweet. Of course it is, no matter how old or how tall you get or how many pubes you grow. Really? Knock that off. 2 peas in a pod, huh? Dude, I love seeing Gawain sitting on Balin's shoulder. Like, they're just so cute together. Makes me want to see my own grandfather again. Thanks a ton, Gareth. Doing this tires me out so much, you know. Also, Gawain's hair, how Gawain's hair is, that's how I want to, when I cut my hair, that's how my hair is going to look. It's going to look like that. And that's how, if you've watched my content for a long time, you know my hair has been styled like that before, cut and styled like that before, and it's been dyed like red and stuff. But anyways, no, I couldn't, no, I couldn't love you more, my boy. You're the apple of my eye. Just like Diodora. Ooh. Percival, I have to ask you a favor. Can you help that young man for me? As he is, Theodora is going to plunge into a deep, dark pit of despair, one that he'll never climb back up from. Dude, this is so gorgeous. No, I can't, Grandpa. Even if it's you asking, that's the one thing I can't do for you. Yeah, I hear ya. I know too well how you feel. But Theodora's loneliness makes him forget himself. He lost his uncle, his father, his friends. His heart is so weak right now. You must crush the evil, rescue the weak, and be someone who risks their life for what is important to them. You remember that, you remember that credo? Of course. Then I will say nothing else. The rest is up to you. Grandpa. Dude, Theodora, like, we've been theorizing that Theodora is going to be like, this series Arthur, or, this portion of, Tazai's Arthur. Yeah, that's going to be the case. It is. And kind of similar to Arthur, which in this case, you got to remove the chaos from Arthur to set him free. I think it's going to be something similar. I don't know if this is going to be possible here. Because remember, Theodora was born with all this demonic miasma up inside of him. And I think the only way you can purify him is if Theodora essentially dies. That's what it seems like to me. But let me know what you guys think. But I'll tell you one thing. As angry as you are, those two aren't as worked up about it. What? Quit being stupid. Don't you know what they've been through? Your grandfather's right, huh? Yes, we're perfectly fine, Percival. We're just, we're afraid you're losing yourself over us, all right? And, Nysons, what wonderful people, you've got with you. Which one do you love? Grandma, you ass! Which one do you love more, huh? What? Oh, I love both my friends so much. Not about friends, though. You do, eh? I knew it. So you see, Percival, it's not a bad thing to get worked up over your friends, but what matters even more is that you don't lose sight of their feelings, too. Yeah. Oh, yes, that's right. Donnie, Donnie, I must thank you from the bottom of my heart. With your quick thinking, I'm now able to see my grandson once more. No, Gareth's the one who made you visible for us, man. Indeed, thank you, Gareth. But it is still true that I want to thank you the most, Donnie. But why? Like, I can't even do anything for Percival. You are a kind man deep inside, always laughing with my grandson and always shedding tears for him, too. With you around, he's stayed just the way he's always been, never swaggering or overreaching, which is true. He's his bro. Donnie is that bro for Percival. I'm so glad you were the first person Percival met after I left him all alone, and I hope you'll stay a close friend of his. Aww. Heck, that ain't no problem, but man, don't butter me up too much now. Oh boy. Donnie! I'm really sorry about just now saying all those mean things. It's fine, man. We all get pissed off sometimes. Just get off of me, dude. Oh, right. Let me introduce the whole gang to Grandpa? He lost his uncle, his father, his friends. His heart is so weak right now. You must crush the evil, rescue the weak. Percival? You say something just now? Nah. Okay, then. So, I'm glad that first of all, I'm glad that this was just straight up Gareth's ability. And that this was genuine. And and the other thing is, I'm glad Percival did get pissed at first. Because I would have been pissed if he didn't. Because that did prove my point, that he was going to be mad if he was emotionally manipulated. Thank you for that, Nakaba. I do like that Gareth recognized that Donnie was that bro for him that has kept Percival grounded throughout all this. Kind of like first off, because I think Donnie is the Yamcha of the group, but like I feel like he's more of the Krillin. It's like a Krillin meets Yamcha situation here. Because remember, in Dragon Ball, Krillin always kept Goku grounded and reminded him of his humanity. That, even though, yeah, he's the same, but still, Krillin kept Goku grounded. Kind of like how Donnie is keeping Percival grounded. And something that you gotta wonder, too, as well, is if, is that Theodora is potentially what Percival could have been if he went down this dark path. as well. Again, that's very more Jin-esque, isn't it? But I also like this where we see in this final page where we see like that white spot like on Percival's chest, like that, because you know it's like kind of like Grandpa is with Percival in spirit. It's so sweet. It is. I'm glad Garrett did that. That was definitely needed. It was. But what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think this kind of solidifies what Nakaba wants to do with Deodora? I really do think, and I've been saying this, I think what Nakaba wants to do with Deodora is what they wanted to do with Arthur and Tazai. Because remember, with Arthur and Tazai, it was rushed to fuck. It was. And there, like, I know fans wanted to see more done with Arthur and Tazai. And hell, we still haven't seen, like, enough with Arthur here. And I know some of you guys in the comments were saying that, yeah, it would be nice to get a side story with Arthur, like a midquel with Arthur, just finding out what the hell went down between Tazai and Forko. And I agree, I still want that. But I think that's what we're getting here with Deodora. That's what Deodora represents. Deodora represents what Nakaba wanted to do with Arthur in the first place. And I'm very glad that we're getting that. Because remember, Deodora died and resurrected as this this evil little shit. Kind of like how Arthur, obviously it was different for Arthur, mind you, but yeah. But it's a similar situation, isn't it, with both Arthur and Deodora, where they have to, in order to save them, they essentially have to be purified. Because they're both hosts to darkness, where Arthur, it's just pure chaos, right? And with Deodora, it's something else. Remember, he was in vitro when he absorbed that demonic miasma. The demonic miasma. So you've got something else going on up inside of him, and it just hasn't been purified. And the only one, and I think we all, at least I theorized it for the longest time, that the only one that could probably save him and purify him is Percival. But Percival would have to get strong enough to do it. But I don't know if he's going to be able to do it right now. I don't know. Part of me is hoping so, and part of me is not. Like, one thing I am worried about is that I really hope this doesn't go down a Nakaba power path. Please don't do we're not going to get Take no Jutsu. I really hope we don't get Nakaba power bullshit. Nah, I really don't want to see that. The other option is, and this is potentially, like, we could kind of get a little bit of somewhat of a Vegeta situation where we do have a little bit of the Nakaba power kind of situation where Deodora, we get a little bit of like Deodora on our side and shit for now. And then when we get close, when Arthur is like on the verge of death and Chaos is panicking and looking for a host, and I know you guys have been theorizing this too, like, then Deodora is fucking with them too. So somewhat of a Vegeta situation, but a little bit different. But I feel like that could probably, because remember, Deodora is the Mordred of this situation. So I feel like Deodora's got to be deceiving them at some point. Like, if Deodora sides with them for a bit, he's going to be deceiving them. But at the same time, I don't see how he can deceive them, though. Because Gwaine ain't stupid. Percival ain't that stupid either. Tristan is just, like, ignorant as fuck. Tristan's too innocent. Percival's innocent to an extent. But Gwaine ain't a dumbass. Gwaine knows. She knows when something's sus. But at the same time, it's like, it's better for them to keep an eye on Deodora than to let Deodora just run around. So there is that. But I'm very curious how Nakaba is going to go about this. Because Deodora is not going to get purified right away. Deodora can't get purified right now. There's no way. There's no way. I gotta wonder if, because I don't know if no, Percival does know too, and I think if I remember correctly, Percival does know that Deodora was born with, and obviously he knows he was born with a condition, but he knows that he was born with when he was in vitro, he was absorbed all this demonic miasma. So that's what that darkness is. That darkness is, but he's gotta realize that when he fights Deodora, that there's no way that he can be alive. There's got to be a catch to this. There has to be a catch, right? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think. Like, I can't see this. I can't see Nakaba doing Nakaba power or Taki no Jutsu situation. I just can't see that happening. I just can't. If he does do that, I'm going to be pissed. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more for Koa content. Few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee, purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.